Welcome to our channel, Stress-Induced Left Eye Twitch. I almost forgot the name of our channel.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm Bo.
We have officially reached 1,000.
I think we're at like 1003.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Also, we have officially reached summertime.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I just love summer.
School's out. I'm no longer teaching. And it's fantastic. We spent the day together at the park with Jordan.
Yeah. So today we thought we would do a story time.
Yeah. We're going to do, I see it auto-focusing.
Look at this.
Windswept
Look what happened.
hair.
So we're going to do... We're going to do a story time about weird injury stories. And I was inspired by Jenna Marbles, my secret best friend. She doesn't know she's my best friend yet, but I hope to meet her one day.
Okay, so I think for autofocus, you gotta stop moving so much.
Okay, so I just can't move the whole time?
Just watch it. It's like auto... I must have turned something off because it wasn't doing this.
Anyway, sorry about it. We don't know how to fix it. If you know how to fix it, let us know down below.
We're not professionals.
No.
Tell us your first injury.
Okay, so weird injury stories are just injuries that happen to kids. Which one should I start with?
The big kahuna.
Or should I go from the beginning to later on in life?
Oh yeah, go from there.
Okay, so when I was like, how old was I? Bo only remembers details. I just remember big life events.
Was I alive at that point?
Yeah, I was like 6.
Well,
we were in Okoboji.
Get
it. Get it. No.
That's the only way I can get it. It's in between your middle teeth.
Yeah. Did you get it?
I don't know, but nobody can see from there. I think you were 6.
Mm-hmm. So every summer we went to Okoboji to spend a couple weeks with our grandma. It felt like a couple weeks. It may have been just a couple days.
No, I think it was always 1 week out of the summer.
Yeah. So one time our dad took us to a park and we were like all playing, and I was like 5 or 6. And there was monkey bars that I had never done the monkey bars before, and I was like, Dad, come help me on the monkey bars. And he was like, you can do it. And then I promptly fell off and broke my arm. And for the rest of the summer, I couldn't swim in the lake.
Did you have a pink cast?
I had a pink cast.
I think I remember.
And then,
was it one to hear?
Yeah, and Mom, no, it was like to hear, I think.
I don't remember.
Up to here would be like...
like if you
I
break
broke
your
my
elbow.
whole arm. But I remember being so sad because you couldn't swim in the lake, and it was the start of the summer.
I'm sure I was so sad because it didn't happen to me. I didn't like if the attention was not on me as a child.
She's still that way.
But fast forward a couple years, it did happen to me. Actually, it was different. Somebody was swinging me around, you know, like by my arms in a circle.
Kind of foolishly, I would say.
And they dislocated my arm.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I thought I just had a sling.
Yeah, you just had a sling. You don't have a cast for that.
No.
Okay, so I was really prone to injuries for some reason. I think it was just really accident prone. But we went to like every summer after we got to a certain age, like teenage years, we went on a youth conference with our church to Colorado, and we would go by ourselves, and then Mom and Dad would meet up with us,
and then we'd continue on with like a family vacation.
So Colorado was like a huge family vacation for us every year.
I loved it.
I hated it because I get so car sick.
Yeah, she gets really car sick.
And we would like go up into the mountains, whatever. So they drugged me for
the
whole trip.
To this day, Colorado, though, Maroon Bells is my favorite place on earth.
That's where Bo got engaged. Mm-hmm. We'll tell that story sometime.
It's a good
because
story.
That was like an amazing story. We'll put that in a story time elsewhere. But anyway, so Bo and I went. It was like one of our first years getting to go together.
Mm-hmm. It was
and
my first year.
I remember that it was the first time I had missed a Harry Potter book release party.
I'm sure that's why you were mainly upset.
I pre-ordered the book and Mom and Dad were going to bring it to me.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was like a huge deal to me. So anyways, we went to this church conference, and a lot of time in these church conferences, we would do like service projects. So we were out in the mountains. We were with like our youth group and our pastor, who happened to be our uncle. And we were doing these service projects, and Bo was in a different group and ended up going somewhere else to do a service project. In my group, we went to do yard work at someone's house.
Yeah.
And we were doing this yard work, so I don't remember what we were doing. I was really young, like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
Probably 15.
Near 15.
And I'm like shoveling out something, which God knows why I was doing that as a 15-year-old girl, but I turned to my friend. It was outside. It was like 90 degrees, and we were in the altitude.
Yeah.
And I turned to my friend, and I was like, I really think I'm about to faint. And she thought I was joking, so she didn't do anything. And then the next thing I know, I am...
No, you thought you saw me.
Oh, yeah, I looked across. That's right. You have like the best memory. So I looked across, and I saw the van, and I thought Bo was in the van waving at me. So I was thinking in my head, I need to go sit in that van with Bo, because I'm really hot.
I was not sitting in that van. I was working.
So I left. So I like started to walk, and I passed out. And the next thing I know, someone's like carrying me. I think it was my uncle was like carrying me under a tent. And my other uncle was there, who's also a pastor. And they're like whispering together. And my cousin Lydia was there, and she was like, "You're fine. You're fine. It's going to be fine."
She was not fine.
And my uncle Rory goes, "Hey, Liddy, has she always been missing her front tooth?"
Has she always had a chipped tooth?
And Lydia was like, "No." And I was like, "My teeth?"
Her like tooth on the side was like a diagonal half gone.
It was so horrible.
And her
I'm
whole
bleeding.
face
Yeah.
had road rash, and her whole arm up here. We'll put pictures at the end.
Yeah, at the end, since we don't know how to insert in the middle. So at the end, if you don't want to see like gross pictures, then just click off the video. But I literally, I remember being like, I'm fine, because it didn't like hurt that much, or I'm in shock or whatever. But Rick was like, no. My other uncle was like, no, we need to take her to the doctor. So Lydia got in the van with me, and we drove with Rick to the doctor. And Rick kept going, "Don't look at yourself."
And I knew none of this. All I was told
And
that
our brother had just died the year before.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
You're so
But it's true, because Dad said that Rick called him, and he was in the middle of like a speaking seminar in front of hundreds of students, and he left to go take the phone call because he was so scared.
Were they in Branson? Or was that the other trip?
That was like my appendix story or something.
Well, I was just told, and we already have some issues because, okay, a little side note, this will sound like disturbing, but like our uncle was the one that broke the news about our brother to us. And so when I was with that exact same uncle, all he told me was, your sister went to the hospital. She like had it. I don't know if he was like an accident or like she fell or something.
Yeah, and but she just burst into tears. And
that's just my knee-jerk reaction because
you actually aren't prone to like being
but like
emotional.
With him, it's just because I always am like, you got that in the back of your mind.
PTSD.
Yeah, it was like terrifying. But her face, so she had stitches under
right
here.
Down here, and I still have a scar. But
do you have a scar on your shoulder from?
Yeah, I do. It's like you can't tell as much, but it's like textured here. And then my whole face, like literally like that.
But it was the craziest thing about her face because when Mom and Dad picked us up, they made an appointment for
my tooth.
So they got there a couple days later.
Yeah.
And I was told it was okay if they weren't there for a couple days. And I was like, no, like they need Mom and Dad here. And they like took her right in to a dentist.
I couldn't eat. It really hurt.
Yeah, it was like exposed nerves. I'm sure it hurt.
It was so
but
painful.
Over the course of that family vacation, so like 5-6 days, like her gaps just came off, and it was
looked perfect.
Yeah, there was like no scarring.
Yeah, Mom and Dad got like that Mederma for me, so for like, here, but I actually don't mind.
What
scar.
side was it? On
here.
No, your road rash.
I can't remember.
It was like, but all on her cheeks. You'll see that it was bad.
Gross.
I couldn't even look at her.
She really couldn't.
No.
And like, because I had to have that chip tooth.
I
for a
could
while.
not look at
So
the
I was
chip
like,
tooth.
hi guys.
And the sad part is she had to continue
Yeah,
the rest of the conference. And like she was the public service announcement, like for drinking water for the rest of
the
it.
whole time.
Like they kept going, okay, if you guys go back out, like to this whole hundreds of teenagers at this like camp retreat thing was like, we had somebody fall because they weren't drinking enough water and it's really hot outside. And the poor thing is like walking around so everyone knows it was her. And I remember like our cousins were trying to be like, so like, no, you're fine. Like you look great. And we were like,
not look great, guys.
I was like the only one being like, guys, she looks terrible.
When she saw me, she just started crying hysterically.
Okay, I'm the only one that tells you how it is though. I don't like hide things. I just
She's
wear.
like, I really hope you look better.
I just like, I've never have been somebody that's like, oh my gosh, like you'll be fine, or like that looks great on you. Like I just am very blunt with things, which
I
could be
love.
a good thing or a terrible thing.
It was fine though. It turned out fine. It was like not. I think it would have been a lot less dramatic if our brother hadn't have just died.
No, I think it would have been just as traumatic. Your face looked terrible. I think that's our story. Story time. I don't
If
have
you would like-
it's like, I don't know.
Well, the thing about that injury is it kept coming back to haunt me. My tooth would just randomly fall out.
Wait, when did it fall out the next time?
Okay, the other times I can remember was one time my cousin Jess and I were
On
in
the
my
dorm.
dorm and I was just eating and I was just like, oh. I was like, Jess, my tooth fell out. And Jess was like, let's get all of our friends to think that we got into a fight and I'll pretend to punch you or hit you in the mouth. And then they didn't know that it was a fake tooth, so they'd be like, Jess, you broke her tooth. So we did that one time.
Which one's fake?
It's this one.
It looks so real. Please don't tap it. I don't want that.
No, because now what
now
happened,
they have
the
like,
second time it fell out, or third time it fell out, I was just eating Panera with mom and Bo, and I was eating a baguette. And it just came out. And so mom was like, okay.
well, because they just had adhered something to
yeah.
it.
No, it was like this gel. They fill it in.
Yeah,
because
because it was just half, and so it's like, but now they
nubbed
it, and then they capped it. So it's
So now it won't fall out, God willing, because that would look really terrifying.
you'd look like Brooklyn.
I'd have that little tiny nub though.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't handle it. I won't be able to see you like till you get yourself fixed.
Okay, so if you would like to hear some more weird story times, let us know down below. Thanks, and don't forget to subscribe. Oh, stop. I
You
look
pushed the
different.
button.
Okay, bye.